Happy Arrival Day. Today, we stand on soil once met by callous feet and uncertain hearts. The East Indians, Portuguese, and Chinese, who arrived not as tourists, but as survivors, coming with little more than hope in their pockets, arriving on the Whitby and the Hesperus. They were crammed below deck in conditions many today would find unthinkable. Yet, they came with an unwavering strength in pursuit of dignity, survival, and a better life. Each group brought something that would become a part of Guyana's soul. The East Indians, armed with nothing more than rice, dal, the harmonium, and the deep-seated belief that family is everything, provided the tools of survival that have come to define our culture today. Together, their contributions have woven the rich tapestry upon which Guyana was built, one of unwavering grit and determination. Their foods now grace every table, their music lifts every festival, and their values have guided generations through sacrifice, self-reliance, and unity. But we must also speak honestly today. The descendants of those brave pioneers, those who built this country, are being left behind. You see it in the quiet suffering of farmers in places like Huvubak Dam, where the soil is rich, but the support is poor. You hear it in the winds that brush the battered boats of fishermen in unity, who go to sea with less and return with even less. Their calls for support are met with silence. Families in Lima Sands and Maria's Lodge, who are our coconut farmers and cattle rearers, are left to fend for themselves in many areas like Bangladesh and Port Moran, Belvedere, Bath Settlement, Monrepo, Wales, Good Fortune, Tushin, and so much more, with decades of neglect and underinvestment, have left residents grappling with poverty and decay. All too many young people feel compelled to leave our shores in search of opportunities that seem ever out of reach. It grieves me to acknowledge that our community too often faces political tokenism, where the East Indians are sought only for votes and thereafter forgotten. I stand here today as someone whose story is rooted in this soil, who embodies both East Indian and Portuguese heritage. And it is that very heritage that calls me to stand before you, not to rule, but to represent, not to silence voices, but to lift them, not to offer empty promises, but real change. To our diaspora, not just in New York, Toronto, and Florida, but all over the world. You know this story too well. Your ancestors too arrived in foreign lands, starting over with nothing but a dream and a name no one could pronounce. You did exactly what they did. You adapted, endured, and built. Your voice is monumental and a fundamental part of our nation's next chapter. We must protect the legacy of our ancestors. We must not squander what they built. We must protect it with policy, with respect, and with unity. Because every Guyanese deserves dignity. The foundation of this nation was not laid by elites or oligarchs. It was built by people who survived storms, hunger, and heartache. And they did not endure all of that for us to be pitted against each other. On Arrival Day in Guyana, we remember the spirit of the Jihaji bond, formed on the ships that carried indentured laborers from India, uniting strangers in a shared journey of hardship, hope, and new beginnings. So I say today, let us rise, not for race, but for respect. Let us build for the people, and let us remember that though our ancestors came here in different ships, today we are all in the same boat. May we honor their legacy with our actions, not just our words. Thank you.